CNN. Two articles published this week offer a clear assessment of Ukraine's future in its war with Russia. One of them, Commander-in-Chief of the Ukrainian Army, admits that battlefield has reached a stalemate and calls for a long, exhausting war that will benefit Moscow. The other depicts Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky exhausted by the constant effort to persuade his allies to keep their faith. We have reached level of technology that puts us a stalemate, just like in World War I. Ukraine's military chief, Gen. Valery Zaluzhny, says lengthy article and interview with The Economist. He admits it probably won't be a deep and beautiful breakthrough, but instead a balance between devastating losses and destruction. At the same time, in an interview with Times' Simon Schuster, Zelensky said, "No one believes in our victory as much as I do." But he adds that instilling these beliefs in Ukraine's allies takes all your strength, all your energy. Schuster, who has long had access to the president's inner circle, portrays Zelensky as jaded, sometimes irritable and concerned about the waning commitment of allies. The fatigue of war is spreading like a wave. But Zelensky is focused on victory and will not approve a ceasefire or negotiations. For us, that means leaving this wound open for future generations, he told Time. 5 months after Ukraine launched its much-anticipated counteroffensive, Zelensky's fears and Zaluzhny's assessment come as the world's focus shifts to the Middle East and Israel's war with Hamas risks spilling over into a wider regional conflict. Commander-in-Chief the Armed Forces of Ukraine Valery Zaluzhny during an event dedicated to Independence Day Ukraine on August 24, 2023 in Kiev, Ukraine. On August 24, Ukraine celebrates the declaration of independence from the USSR in 1991. Zelensky himself admits to Time, "Of course, we are losing from the events in the Middle East. People are dying and the world's help is needed to save lives." Dead end in front. Ukrainian forces have captured only a small swath of territory since the summer. Russia still occupies about 1/5 of the country. In some areas around Avdiivka Vuhledar in Donetsk and near Kupiansk in Kharkiv, Ukrainians are on the defensive as Russia pours ammunition men into the fight. Zaluzhny tells Economist that Kremlin was unaware of huge losses suffered by Russian army. Ukrainian Defense Minister Rustem Umerov said that in the last few days Russia lost 4,000 soldiers around Avdiivka alone. Open sources show that the Russians may have lost up to 200 tanks and other vehicles in this battle. Zaluzhny seems almost surprised that the arsenal provided to Ukraine by its Western allies and the mobilization of a few more brigades made so little difference. He says changing commanders and moving divisions had no impact. 4 months should have been enough time for us to get to Crimea. Fight in Crimea. Come back from Crimea and go in and out again, he adds. Instia.